close. Okay, I think apart from power, we're ready to move people in. I think we should probably move the uneducated in first, which means that side. Because I think that's where we're pretty desperate. We've got the tram running around. We don't have any buses yet. Out come the trams. May not need buses, I don't know. We'll see. 159 down to 153. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what happened. Let's see, what's the best place to start them off? Let's try that. What do you think of multiplayer being added to Prison Architect? I've said this before, I don't like Prison Architect. I prefer the opposite, the Escapist. I think Prison Architect has got a great, like the way the game functionally works. The biggest problem with Prison Architect is the devs sold it to, didn't they sell it to the same people who make Kerbal Space? Something like that. They sold it tail end of last year, I think. So they've walked away from the project, I think. Anyway, I prefer the idea of escaping rather than containing. Cool. Starting to get some stuff. We can actually put shops all the way down this road. Make a sort of a nice, crazy high street. No, I've not seen Escapist 2. I've not really played Escapist either. I bought it with the intention of trying it. So yeah, to answer the question, multiplayer in Prison Architect is like, I don't really care. Oh, was it Paradox they sold it to? So you're the antagonist, fella. I just like the idea of being inventive and breaking out of prison, rather than just trying to keep a bunch of inmates in prison. It's just so for uneducated peeps. Why do you have schools in it? So it's very important to have elementary and secondary schools, because your Sims live longer. The schools out policy, which is the uneducated bit, refers to the university life. So basically, all of your Sims should go through the first 2 schools, and then they split off. Some of them go to work in industry or low-density commerce, and the other ones, the educated ones, go on to university. They go and work in high-density commerce and offices. So if you have this kind of uneducated zone, you still have to have the elementary schools and the high schools. Otherwise, they don't live as long. Right, now I've got a bit of power, we can start nicking some of it. Make sure this is working okay. There it is. Anybody on board? Ooh. 48% full. That's pretty cool. 1,200 passengers. That's as many as come into the airport. I'm sure it is. Oh wow, it's gone up to 2,000. Blimey. You know, I really should zone this lot out. Not much point because they can't get enough customers as it is. That office space is all gone, look at it. That's doing pretty well. The Modern Technology Institute, 1,600 out of 4,280. That should fill up more once we get some educated people in here. Which I think we'll also need to do as well. Issue at the moment is where we get power from. What are you guys talking about? A blank emote? Are you using the app by any chance? In the Escapist 2, there are more maps and more unique ways to escape. It's multiplayer as well, isn't it, Escapist? That looks like a blank emote, Dre. Wait, has Ferret actually created an emote which has nothing in it? You haven't seen Ferret online for a long time? It was online a week ago, I think. I'm sure it was. What's the point of the null emote? That's actually a waste of an emote slot. Blimey. You love it, Dry. You love the idea of having a blank emote. Right, we need some, I need 4 names. The top 2 are uneducated, the bottom 2 are educated. That one probably has something to do with the Pentagon. This one, no idea. This one's by a valley. And this one, yeah. For some reason, I have all your emotes twice. Dumb and Dummerville. Nuts Creek. All right. My nuts don't creep. Not in the packet, anyway. Pentagon Square. Hey? Doesn't make any sense. Jams nuts. Lol. Surely you can think of a name for this pentagon thing. Macadamia Square, for which one? This one. Can't type. Five Nuts Park. Oh, let me just turn the keyboard. This is impossible. We just need this. Oh, yeah, I was going to call it Pentagonish, wasn't I? No, I need to go back to that one. Pentagon. Pentagonish. Because I like that. So I just need this bit. Oh, they can't get any uneducated workers? Doesn't make any sense. How's power doing? Fine. Not send. I've seen a theme here. I don't get this. Like, all of these people here. 5 educated, 15 uneducated, and they can't get uneducated people to work there. Like, why? Why? No.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Stimpy, thank you for 13 months. Night Train, 51, happy anniversary. Thank you, Night Train. It's large, uneducated, and ugly. Just call it Dave. Oh boy.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
It's getting really annoying. That's so weird. Game's been properly weird about this. Oh my god, as if they've got a pedestrian crossing here. Can we actually get rid of that? No. How can I get rid of that? We don't want to put a crossing on a 6-lane. What? Traffic manager, can that remove it? Which options can remove that? Lane connector. As it happens, they're kind of walking through the tunnel. Where are these people going? Seriously, where are they going? Like they're crossing. It's in the middle of the road. I just crossed over here. What are you doing? Are you insane? Where are they going? They're going here. Are they walking from here to the IT district? Oh my god. Train line here, haven't I? It's possible. I have to rejig this road a little bit. We could give them a bus route. But, you know, there's a metro here. So if we can get them to the train station, they've got metro, tram and bus options. Which is probably the best thing. But it means faffing around with this road so we can drop the... TMP can remove crossing function but leaves the graphic. Okay. Well, they're not actually using it anyway. See if we can get this to work. Really? Okay, go from here to... Dang it. That brings them into the wrong branch. See, this is a turnaround. I would kind of need a branch line there, which means I'd have to move this one. I'm alright, Sparks, thank you. Oh, no, you don't. What on earth? It looks like it's trying to connect to a road or something. This is probably a recipe for disaster. Walkway from the tram depot to the IT sector should work. Could do. Let's get rid of that. This is probably going to end badly. Just remove the other line now. Right, let's see what happens. Probably chaos on the trains. I mean, we can create a walkway for the people here. Right. Welcome back, Ruben. Just keep an eye on these trains. Actually, that station, where is it? This one. Turn off intercity trains. Okay, we have a housing demand. Did you think of walking that far to work and be drenched in sweat by the time I arrive? It's not that far, really. To be honest with you, if you had to walk to there, or get the public transport, I'd probably just walk, or I'd get on a push bike or something. It's not really that far. Do you remember what it was like to play this game for the first time? It's very hard to remember. I remember not having a clue about a lot of stuff. Recycling is a problem down here.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
I just don't understand why they can't get uneducated workers. Welcome back, Summit. Has the game mechanic changed this much? The DLC is what changed the game mechanic. Like the industry DLC, the mass transport DLC, they're the ones that really change things. Mr. Rowland, thank you for 62 months. Good evening, my fellow nutters and squirrel. One thing, do you have any new games that you plan to stream in the near future? Top of my head, I can't think of what's coming out, to be honest. Identity? I don't know. I haven't really looked at the release schedule, to be honest. Oh yeah, Long Dark. Next episode of Long Dark, when that actually comes out, I'll play that, definitely. Does your public transport make any profit? I tend not to focus on profit from public transport. Quite often I'll make it free public transport anyway, because that reduces your traffic a lot. Did I read your anniversary? Oh, sorry. Double top. The big 4-0, please make it stop. Thanks for the invite today. Looking forward to having dinner soon. Dude. Sounds like you've had a fun Saturday. Thanks for 40 months, Mr. Sommy. Need to build this area up a bit. What the heck? How often is it auto-saving? 10 minutes. It feels like a lot longer. The mod settings also for what? Mod settings for what? Cyberpunk. Everybody's going to be playing Cyberpunk. It's like that new Metro game came out. Was it today or yesterday? Trouble is, I haven't played the previous Metro games, so I wouldn't have a clue what the story was. Wow, we was on 159k and now we're back down to 152. Really, game? Okay, let's have a look at the traffic on the city. If I dare. Never did sort out the industry. Busy. Very, very busy. Okay, that's technically a problem. Same again, isn't it? I swore I fixed this once. The real solution is another connection into here to take the weight off. There's too much load being placed on these two. We need a connection to him from here, but I can't really make it happen. We've already got 2 connections into the highway. To make a third is just not going to happen. How can I pick up the dead person in the arch, Chris? I can't get there. Dare we slip another junction in here? Like a madman? And then connect it into the plane mechanic simulator. Yep. I know about it. 152. Look, my last save was 159k. Replace one of the 2 connections with a 4-way. Yeah, but I think, Baz, there's not really enough room because of the odd, like that's a custom one, and to drop a 4-way is not going to orient properly in there. This one's the same, really. You underestimate elevated pedestrian ways between districts. I don't. I do not. What are my thoughts on Anno 1800? I think it'd be a great game. When it comes out, I think it'd be a really enjoyable game. Try the highway Y with drop off. The search tool's not particularly great, is it? You mean the Highway Y V2? Worst game played in 2018? Probably On the Road when I tried it back in April. Anno 18 was a repeating voiceovers, yeah, but that was beta version. Why would this help, Baz? What are we going to use the 4-lane drop-off to do? This one? What, you're thinking of, like, smash that in there and then use the 4-lane to connect over the road, you mean? The only issue is the angle on the junction is going to leave. coerce it in. Like the angle at the bottom piece sticking out would have to be turned back. And I'm not sure, given how not flat this land is, I'm not even sure it's going to sit there. It's going to be a real struggle to put that there. QWERTY Afro, thank you very much for the host. Appreciate that, QWERTY. Yeah, but Baz, I think even if you customize a junction for me, the real issue here is going to be land elevation. Like I had to flatten a lot of stuff. I probably need a junction here just to get it on flat land, which then leaves some really odd angles, like almost 180 degrees that way. In fact, it's essentially a T-junction. If you consider it coming here, it's actually a T-junction, not a Y-junction. Because consider a straight line between here and here, which would bring the highway over there, which is fine because we've got land here, and then that can just T-junction off, and then all you need then is just a road that comes off. So I don't think we have. It's kind of like that, but with a drop-off, I guess. You could try it best, I suppose. This doesn't make any sense to me. Alright, Baz. Keep building this way, and then eventually we'll be able to get Pentagonish installed. Got a McDonald's outside of the train station. Would you ever play The Cursed Forest? Do you mean The Forest, or do you mean something else? Just found out you don't need a hotfix to use the Hungry Map mod on 1.34. Costa, you want a Costa as well? Blimey. There you go, they've got a Costa and a Macadee. Let's have a look what requirements we need for I'm not sure I want that. See, I don't want the Eden project because I don't want to reduce pollution. I don't want the fusion power plant because I like building smelly reactors and stuff. I don't want the Hadron Collider because it tends to make everybody super educated. The medical center was useful, so I got that. Space elevator is useful. Doomsday Vault I don't need because I don't have any disasters. The ultimate recycling plant is way too clean for Detroit. And the Castle of Lord Chirpwick, an impressive castle that has every significant city needs. A global entertainment value of 100 increases the attractiveness of all unique buildings by 25%. I mean, that sounds like worth having. Construct the statue of Colossalus. Construct the old Market Street. Clock Tower. Ooh, a city arch. Not made that. A city arch. A monumental gate that spans over a road increases the tourist capacity of roads by 5%. Yeah, because that makes sense. It's tiny. Well, this is our tourism. Just random. It's as if. Oh no, it needs power. Are you kidding me? It must be lit up. Just variety, how you doing? A clock tower. Let's have a look at that. Clock tower. Can't build it yet. Why can't I build this? It doesn't tell me why it's locked. You need to construct a sightseeing bus depot. Oh. A sightseeing bus depot automatically sends out buses to the bus toll lines. This is a new one. Whoa, it's color-coded, look at this. No way. Okay. Well, we can stick that here, can't we? Is this just the depot? This is not... Yeah, it's just the depot, isn't it? So... Sightseeing bus. Wait, put the colour back. Sightseeing bus stop. Do you have to have a bus route coming past this for this to work? So you need bus stops and lines then as well? I don't know. I mean, I forgot. I just don't know. Brush size. The heck? Do you just put these outside the buildings? This is so weird. Hot air balloon tunnels. Sightseeing bus stops are on the public transport tab under the bus tab. The bus stop you have is an asset. Ah. Interesting. So if I put a bus stop there, and then kind of a roundabout way back. There you go. It's got 3 stops in it.